All right, folks, this is Courtney, Rollins, and Javon. Javon Moore, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I type it all the time. I had a little brain freeze right there, but it's probably because I'm a little nervous because we're about to do some role play. I'm just, I'm not nervous. Let me explain. Well, you should know. Up here, we're talking about having conversations, quality conversations with sellers. It always is going to come down to that, folks. I don't care what your way of generating leads are, whether you're knocking on doors, getting referrals, going to the MLS for listing, which is the multiple listing service, which is the more traditional route for like traditional buyer, or whether you're driving for dollars, whatever it is, you could have the slickest text message campaign, the slickest website. At the end of the day, someone's going to have a conversation with that seller. Getting all this data is useless if you're not having quality conversations with the seller to qualify them. And then, furthermore, following up with them, having a process that's leading them to a conversion of helping them out, whether that's helping by saying, hey, I'm not the one to help you, or here are the options that we can go down that route. You have to have quality conversations. And it's something that is a skill that can be acquired. I have the gift of gab, and sometimes that actually serves me as a disadvantage because the best salesmen are the folks who aren't talking. And as you can see, I like to chat and talk sometimes. So as a skill, I'm glad that I'm able to learn, oh, Courtney, step back, ask quality questions, listen. I'm steering the ship. I'm not the to fill out that metaphor. I'm not the one putting I'm not the ship, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to steer the ship to the location that seems best suitable based on what I'm hearing them say and state. And I'm so glad that Javon is up here because this brother has years of experience, man. Tell them about your background and where you're coming from with conversations and all.
Hey, I've been a debt collector for maybe about 7 years prior to me actually being a truck driver. Prior to me actually doing this, so I have I won't even call it a gift. I just have the experience to where I've dealt with people who had issues, some people who didn't just wanted to be lack of other or better word, but holes. And I mean, how to get around these things. I mean, how to actually, get the people who become defensive, how to get them to soften up a little bit, how to get them to be more relaxed, more calm, more wanting to speak to you, more wanting to give you more information.
Hey, that is, man. Can y'all imagine? Like, we're sitting there nervous to call somebody with an ugly house, and this brother's calling people 20 years now with some. Hey, you owe that 5,000, that 500. So he probably
Man,
called me
sometimes it
plenty
was
of
more.
times. I
Sometimes
promise
it
you.
was $20,000.
Yeah. My goodness. And so we're about to role play. We're gonna do a couple of rounds of role play and just figure we show that I was doing live 7-8 months straight. I would be on just doing live calls, and it was awesome. And you can definitely go back to the YouTube channel, Life and Transitions Expert, to look at old ones. But role playing is just as valuable. And I think it's something that if you're serious about this business, if you're by yourself, find a partner to role play with and make it a part of a weekly at least routine. I mean, every day you should have some type of warm up that you're doing before you hop on the phones, whether it's just a mental, whether just getting your mouth, everything ready. But make sure it's a practice. Success leaves clues. And I was just shoot Kobe, Jordan. I mean, I know I'm talking sports, but you can go over to any field of there's people out there that they have coaches and they have skills that they practice over and over again. So perfect practice makes perfect and all. So that's what we're gonna do here. And yeah, we'll help each other break. So we'll go over. We may stop after 3 or 4 minutes into it, and then just give each other feedback. And would love for any of your feedback. So definitely reply wherever you're watching this. All right. So Javon, I'll be the. Do you want to be the? Which one be first, the seller or the buyer?
I could be buyer first. I mean, that's fine.
All right, cool. All right, so I'm gonna just I guess you ring me in. Yeah, you ring me in.
Yeah. Ring.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? I'm not even sure if I have the correct number. My name is Javon. I'm actually looking for the owner of 123 Main Street.
Yeah, what about it?
Again, my name is Javon, and I'm actually looking into properties for purchase, and I'm actually looking in that area. I was wondering, was that property available for purchase at this time?
Oh man, have you seen it?
Um, no, I haven't seen it, but I mean, I am willing and looking to buy in any condition. I just need to ask you a few questions in regards to the property. This way I can get a feel of what I'm maybe actually purchasing.
Um, all right, man, but you might want to stop by and see it, man. It's one of those. I mean, they got a couple of. I mean, Baltimore. It's got a couple of board ups on the road on the property there. I mean, it was a good property when we had it, but it just I think the people that's on the street make it a little bad. I mean, I'm not sure what you guys plan on doing with it, but it might not be a good. You might not want to buy that property. Are y'all buying properties in those type of areas?
Yes, we are. Let me just ask. I didn't catch you at a bad time, did
No, it's a good time.
I? Okay, great. And let me just ask again. My name is Javon. May I ask who I'm speaking with?
Oh yeah, this is owner of the property, Corey.
Okay. And I just want to ask you a few questions in regards to the property. I do see from what you're stating that you used to live there at some point.
Yeah, about 10 years ago we lived there and then pulled out, and I think we did have somebody living there for a little bit. But right now my cousin moved back in there, but it's I'm sure they're gonna ready to move out. They're ready to move on to something. They're tired of all the stuff going on the street.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, uh, as far as the neighborhood, I mean, how is the neighborhood on a scale from 1 to 10? I mean, how do you think the neighborhood is?
It's Baltimore, brother. So, and I'm not sure how comfortable y'all with it, but it needs some work. I mean, it needs some. I mean, people live there though. Like, people live there. I guess a five,
Oh,
six, something like that.
okay,
It's just
so
ugly houses. That's all.
okay, let me ask, what type of issues have you encountered with the property?
Well, I haven't been there in about 5 years, man. I'm gonna just tell you the truth. After my cousin moved back in there, we really hadn't paid as much attention to it. I get calls like this sometimes. I just happen to pick up today, but I mean, I've been wanting to go over and do something with it and fix it up and maybe rent it back out or sell it and all. I really haven't had the time, man.
Okay, so you say you haven't been there in about 5 years. So
Nah.
prior to those 5 years, was there any updates, anything that you've actually made to the property?
When we got it, it was, we had it, fixed up, lived in it for a few years, then moved out, rented it I guess we were in it for about a year. And then my wife's cousin just needed a place to stay. But like I said, he about to move on, man. So I'm glad you called because I need to think about what the next step would be.
Okay, well, I'm glad I called as well. I could definitely help. I can definitely help you out as far as purchasing the property. Let me just ask, how
How much?
how
How
long
much?
does your cousin's lease? How long does your cousin have remaining on his
Well,
lease?
we don't have a lease. It's
Oh,
family. But,
it's just a family thing. He
yeah,
just
how much are you
moved in.
buying for over there, though?
I couldn't hear you.
I'm sorry. How much are you buying for over there?
How much are we buying for over there?
Mhm.
As I stated, a lot of the times it comes down to the condition of the property, the type of work that we will end up having to put into the property in order to get it uh, up to code or up to speed as far as with the rest of the neighborhood. Um,
Mm. Yeah. All right.
Hello?
Let's pause right there. Let's pause right there,
Yeah, as
man. That
far
was
as
nice, brother. Nah, man, that's awesome, man. Tell why you do this and all. What as you think about what feedback you have or thoughts you have. If you, I mean, I know you were doing it. It's harder to sometimes examine yourself when you're actually in it.
um, I don't know. Maybe I could have asked better questions at some point. I mean, I heard as far as what the issue was. I mean, you have a family member there who's actually looking at actually moving out. You haven't been there in a while, so you're not even really sure of any type of condition of the property.
Yeah.
You're thinking about going there and actually renovating this property. However, that's going to
Mhm.
cost you some money. The entire neighborhood sounds like it might be boarded up. Um,
Right. And just like you just said, brother, y'all hear that? Like, I don't know if he was taking notes, but to be able to remember that or take notes, that's all the stuff we would put in the system, whatever CRM you're using. And that's actually stuff that you would repeat back to the seller at the end once you hear the once you have continued to collect and gather what the pain points are and what that pain means to them, that's really what we're trying to do. We're trying to make a connection to be friendly. And you could tell through Javon's just his warmth, even his nonverbal and his tone that he already sounds friendly and made that connection. And for him to keep on just by listening and asking questions, tease out what the pain points are for me. And then the next step, what those pain points mean to me. Then he can help tailor give that feedback to him and ask him, okay, what's the next step? What do we need to get done? So I think you did some great job. Let me point out some couple of things. You set really cool expectations. You did it twice, but we're always setting expectations. So you always want to set micro commitments, folks. So heard him say, hey, this is only going to take a few seconds to ask you questions to see if we can if we'll move forward with this, if we want to buy this property. That's his expectation. That's setting the rules of the game. Let people, this is real. We're going to get questions asked, and we'll see if I'm going to sell a property. And he almost said a little subliminal, helping them know that, hey, we're trying to buy this property. We're not here to make offers. We're here to either say yes or no and buy a property, You just kept coming back with, except at the very end, you kept coming back with a question, which is like golden, y'all. Coming back with a question or open-ended statement that puts the conversation back on them is the way for you to stay in control, but making it feel as though the lead's in control. We want to give them control, but we want to stay in control because we know where we want the conversation to go. And this is like a doctor in the office. This is no manipulative, I'm trying to be a sleeky salesman. When you go into the doctor's office, they're going to take your temperature, ask you tons of questions because they're, one, trying to figure out what the right diagnosis is, which we're trying to do. What's the best step on our experience to help you? We can't force you to buy or sell, and helping you get comfortable with the conversation, with the process. So these are extremely important, and asking questions, getting back, and it allows you time to think. You're like, okay, let me ask a question. Let me, not talk and think, man. So you did a great job with that. Yeah, you just asked great questions. And obviously, when you just repeated back to me, like, because, this is a role play. So it's like I had to come up with, all right, what is the actual scenario? So forgive me if it wasn't as, actually it did. I mean, I've heard calls just like I just made. So I think it was realistic. But, coming off the fly, you're going to have people with specific, they're not going to have a hard time creating the scenario for them. And you did a great job of doing that. Folks, you can tell, he has a system in process. We have a system in process. If you listen to this, you can go to doreideals.com. I have a free sales system and sales script. Just click on and ask. I think it says learn how to wholesale is the tab, or just contact me and I'll get your email and automatically send you that PDF that has the sales system, the philosophy behind it, objections, all that stuff that you may see. So hopefully that'll be helpful to you. But yeah, all right, cool. And now it's my turn. Then you'll offer some pointers, advice, and thoughts, and then we'll rock and roll from there. I'm gonna set.
One thing I want to point out in regards to the call that I just had. I mean, one thing was a pain point of I haven't been there in 5 years. I mean, you don't have to. I don't have the time to continue to go to this place and whatever the case may be. And then there was also a point of, have you seen the place? At this point, after asking those questions, maybe I should have went on ahead and said, okay, well, let's set up a day that I can actually come by and see this property physically. What's a good day for you?
That's a great point. I'm so glad you brought that up, because some people may have been asking, what would be the next step there? And I feel like those would be the next steps for me as well. I would have tried to pivot to get access to the property, see what it looks like. And I would have just kept digging into those pain points. Like, I would try to throw it away too. Like, why don't you just, your cousin's moving out. Why don't you fix it up? Why don't you put it back in and figure out and help him convince you to no, hell no, I don't want to rent no more. I don't want to do it anymore. I ain't even been up there. So really throw it away is really trying to, I would have, that might have been some next step. This might be a 2, 3, 4 call. Might have been longer than that, depending on the follow-up, but we follow up until we get the job done. Yeah, great points. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and bring you in, and I'm the buyer.
All right, I don't know how to pick myself
I just put it off because I didn't want to be distracted by trying to think, because I'm improv. I'm like, what should I say next? Oh, but anyways, ring.
Hello,
Javon. Hey, this is Courtney. Sorry to call you a little out of blue here, but I'm calling about a property. I don't know. I think you might own it at 711 High Street. I'm trying to buy property in the area and just seeing if you might be interested in selling that property there.
And how'd you get my information?
Yeah, well, we just drive down the road and pick up addresses that we're interested in buying, and then just check in public records and just call the numbers that are there. Sometimes we're lucky, sometimes we're not. But am I catching you at sound like I'm catching you at a bad time here.
No, time is fine. Time is fine. Is there a price that you already have in mind for the property?
Well, this is just like a discovery stage. How that usually works is I ask a few questions just to see if it even fits our buying criteria. We base it off of the market value, the current condition, and then of course your situation. So so yeah, are you interested in selling actually? I don't want to waste your time.
Yeah, I am. I kind of am. Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, cool. Well, I guess what can you tell me about the condition?
Um, the roofing has been replaced within the last year. Uh, Kitchen needs some work. I've redone some of the basement, put some new sheetrock down there, and
Oh,
and
nice.
and needs flooring down there. I haven't gotten a chance to finish that up. We
Okay.
tried to add another bathroom in the kitchen, right off of the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
Still does need some updates. Cabinets, kitchen cabinets, and things
Yeah.
of that nature.
Okay. Sounds like you're putting in a little work. What happened there? You guys were thinking about doing some work on it?
We were actually looking at possibly renting it out. However, the lady, she doesn't want to do so anymore. My lady doesn't want to do so anymore. She wants to go ahead and
Uh,
get rid of it. We're kind of putting in a lot of money into the
okay.
place, and we're unable to actually put money into our home that we currently live in.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So is you and your partner are with it? You're thinking about renting it out, but right
Yeah.
now, all right. Well, so is it right now? So you telling me it's vacant right now? And you're just paying the monthly mortgage or rent or something? Monthly mortgage, I
Yeah,
mean?
it's vacant right now. We're just paying a monthly mortgage on it right now, and had attempted to actually fix it up. However, we're gonna stop the demo on that and start putting that money into our home that we're actually currently living in.
I can imagine. Heck yeah. Better than going to a home that just, sitting there vacant. Well, have you considered like getting a property manager? They sometimes have rehabbers or contractors, access to contractors. I mean, shoot, we have access to contractors. I mean, that's what we would do is fix it up and
Uh,
rent it out. Would
no,
that be
I
helpful?
never actually thought about doing that. I kind of just want to go ahead and you know be done with it. Um,
Well, I hear that. Well, let me. I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off, but if it sounds like if you and your wife are doing this, is I don't want to definitely want to get you in trouble. I trust my partner that I work with. I'll just say, is it better if I call you back at a time where you and your partner are together and we could chat? Because I'd much rather us, if we're going to go down this route, be able to go down and know that we're all on the same page, as opposed to times in the past where me and two parties on the page, but the other one's not. Is that could we call? Could I call you back? Would your partner be available tomorrow or later today?
Maybe later today around 4.
Around 4. All right. Well, let me see. 4. Could What about 4:30? Do you think she would be available 4:30?
Yeah, that'll be perfect as well.
All right. Is this a good number to call you all back?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'll do is in the meantime, I don't know, does it I know it says vacant. Does it have a board up, or can I got the key to the city. I got a drill bit. So I can have somebody stop by if is it all right if I stop by, take a look at it and get some pictures?
Yeah, it's currently boarded.
Okay.
If you'd like, you can go ahead and stop by. Just give me a call prior to you actually, stopping by and going inside.
All right, I'll do that. I'll let you know when we get there. I'll let you know when it's resecure, and I'll send you the pictures too, and then make sure that I'm calling you back at 4:30.
Okay, sounds perfect.
All right, all right. Thanks, Vaughn. Take care, man.
Okay.
All right, peace. Heck yeah, man. I wish that was a real call because I was ready to go see that property. Hey, so yeah. So any what's some feedback? I got some notes for myself, but what feedback do you have?
um, I love the fact that you actually you kind of related in regards to how when I said that, man, my lady doesn't want to put the money back in there, and
Oh
you
yeah.
kind of came back with, yeah, I understand, and me and my lady situation, if it was the same, let me do this. Is there a better time for me to actually give you a call back where she's going to be available? This way we can make this decision together.
Right,
I mean,
right.
that would make somebody feel so comfortable.
Oh yeah, and it also really helps because like I hit people in the truth with the in the mouth with the truth. Like I don't want us to have a deal, and then next thing you know, you talk to your lady, and she's like a deal breaker. So we want to find the deal breakers. There are opportunities to build confidence with folks, and there are opportunities to see if you're not wasting your time.
Right.
Yeah. I think I think what you did well that I didn't point out that I was trying to incorporate and do well too is or try to do was ask open-ended questions instead of asking, did you fix it up the last 5 years? You remember he on the prior role play, well, what repairs did you do 5 years ago? And I'm like, well, what can you tell me about the property? And I was repeating the last few phrases of what they're saying, he was saying to hopefully have them continue to talk. So ask open-ended questions are important. Anything else you point out? My bad. I think I jumped over you.
No. You did great. You did really good, really good.
And both of us, thanks, man. Thanks. Both of us, I think, had a relaxing, catch them off guard with our relaxing. And you saw a little hesitation in our intro, like, I'm not sure if this is even your property. It's like, it's that Columbo approach that you heard Javon and me try to implement that really, it's really science to it. It's called disruption. So pattern disruption. We're not being the salesman-ish person. We're just the guy next door trying to see if you're trying to sell a property. And it's really, I think, our energy and our tone. I mean, I think you should know your gifts, and sometimes maybe you don't want to know your virtues or whatever they say, but I know I can make people feel comfortable. Even I talk fast, mumble, bumble, stumble. And obviously you all see Javon, he makes you feel comfortable, folks. So just be somebody you want to talk to and be
right.
That's it. Don't have to be too scientific, even though I would urge you to be scientific when it comes to take it seriously. You learn your craft, study. That's why we role play and all. Man, I wish it was a real damn league because I'm ready to go get it. I think I could have teased out some more of your pain on what was some pain being vacant and sitting there. Yeah, so yeah. I'm going to always bring that back up and ask you what it means to you folks. Remember, we're human beings. We make meaning, and if you can help someone connect what this pain, help them reveal the pain through asking questions. There goes that nurse and doctor analogy again. But more importantly, how's that pain impacting your life? And then you really go if you help them recognize what that means to them. Oh, getting rid of this property means that I get to have more money for my to put into my house, as Javon was saying. What I really could have been digging into is like, because what does that really mean to you? That means it's less stress. Or we can put that new addition because we're trying to have a baby next year, or my baby will I'll feel like a stronger man or whatever. Meaning is you can connect everything. That.
Yeah, like one thing we got to remember, we are, as you stated, we are human, and being human, we live off emotion. That's one thing we do. We live off our emotions. Absolutely. So if this is bringing on some type of emotional stress to myself and my family, why wouldn't I want to get rid of it? So you kind of asking the correct questions to kind of pull that stress, bring it back to the table. Now you're making me, oh yeah, I'm hell yeah, I'm ready to get rid of this. Like I don't want it no more.
That is so key right there. So we're like magnetizing them through helping them like emotionalize the experience, So yeah. Woo, powerful. It remind me of what we talked earlier about the science of getting rich and just having our mind controlling our thoughts, so we have the right thoughts that are feeding the emotion and the feelings that we have, so we on the right vibrations. All right, brother. Hey, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off right there. But of course, folks, wherever you're listening to this, whatever platform you own, would love to reach out. Again, if this is if you want to help, reach out to me. I have free consultation. You can click on the calendar link and we'll set up a time to chat, as well as if you want a free script or sales system. I will call it a system more than script. Holler at me, do reideals.com. love to be a part of your journey. And where I make main form of living is this new niche that I'm going deeper into with real estate, and that's helping families who are going through real estate, whether you have going through probate, I should say, whether you have real estate or not. Definitely Estate Pro Service, Durham County, North Carolina, can help you and connect you to anyone in the nation to hopefully help you with your situation there. And of course, when there's real estate involved, that's the main way that I get paid. But other than that, it's really about serving, giving, because I know that's how you receive. You receive a lot, you know, it's universal law. And Javon, you got any things you want to say or sign off before we get out of here?
No, not really. Just people just remember you find that pain point and you let them know that I have a solution to that pain point.
Absolutely, fellas. So folks, this is so dope because like I didn't even tell Javon I was gonna be I asked him before I started recording, but I didn't even tell him I was gonna be recording. This dude's just giving out great nuggets right there. So I appreciate you, man. I really do.
No problem. Anytime.
All right. Appreciate all y'all. And we'll sign off. Rising tides, it lifts all sails.